going here, there, and everywhere to hear messages. We are the message. And it's what we carry that's significant. It's the assignment that's for our life that's significant. And I think if we would look at it in the way of I have been given an assignment, then it'll cause us to readjust and rethink. It's not about just opening this up. How many of you know most of us can open up on any page here and develop a message and then go deliver it someplace? But what's the assignment? What's the assignment for me coming and driving 2 hours from Kentucky, coming to Indiana? What's the assignment? Not just what's the message. Any one of you all could be up here delivering a message. And so I want us to really look and focus in on if I, or since I, am a vessel of the Lord, what do I carry? And what is the assignment upon what I carry? Now, it doesn't always stay for our whole life the same, but yet I think overall, in general, our design is the same in that the Lord knows this vessel was designed. How many of you all have ever looked or watched any anthropology or any discovery or things that they find different instruments or implements or things, and even maybe going back even 60, 70 years ago with some of our kids and go, what was this designed for? Some of them we can figure out, and some of them we can't, because we don't have revelation, we don't have knowledge, we don't have an understanding of how or why that might have been used at that time. Well, unfortunately, many of us are still like that. If we were to pick up and go, how is that used? How is this one used? I don't know. Somebody's always told me to do this, and I've done this, and I've done this, but what were you created for? What was your design? I don't know. I don't really know. And so I believe really what we're coming into a day and time where awakened. We're all being awakened to creative purpose and destiny. You know, whenever I was sitting there a while ago, and I want to say this before I get on into my message. During the worship time I was hearing, these are such desperate times right now. And it's because those who carry are vessels of the Lord, it says in Isaiah 54. Those who are the vessels of the Lord, they're shining their light. When the light shines, then there are those in the world that are desperate, realizing that they're not living the way that they were created for. They realize they are in desperate need of healing and deliverance and being set free. And I believe that you, as the people of God, pressing into all of what He has and all of what He offers, we have got to be the ones that are in place and position to be the answer to those who in desperation are saying, I need to be delivered. I need to be set free. I need to be healed. People out there are involved in all kinds of stuff. Even last weekend when we were there, and Brother Ralph knows this, even during our Awakening, Appeal to Heaven tour last week, they brought a man and laid him in the middle of the floor needing to be set free, right in the middle of the service. So what do? You deal with it. You deal with it. What if we have 3 and 4 and 5 of those every time we get together, because there are so many out there that know if there is a light that I can come into and get set free, then I want to do it. And unfortunately, a lot of our traditional churches are not equipped to address that, are not equipped and able or even knowing what to do. So we're going to be looking at people who have pressed in, allow Holy Spirit to train them, equip them, teach them, or in our case, we have an apostolic training center in Owensboro, training and helping people to understand how to address so that you don't freak out and flip out. One of the things that came forth last weekend was when we don't know how to handle a situation, we oftentimes react, not respond, react in fear. Our fear causes us to do this screaming and hollering and shouting and carrying on, which gets no one set free, gets no one delivered, because that's not authority. When I walk in authority, now unfortunately some of us mothers maybe, we have the authority with our children, but sometimes when we think we're losing control, that's when we start screaming at them. But bottom line is, you have the authority. And what I learned, at least with my grandchildren, maybe I didn't learn it with my kids, but what I learned with my grandchildren, whenever they're acting up to do, all you have to do is go. And they know, whoa. Now there's not a bit of power in that finger, but they know, whoa. Now when we walk as God's kids, knowing that He backs, that all of heaven backs us, we have the power and the authority, and we address the situation. We keep it within God order of how heaven's design is, and we address it, deal with it, get the person set free, get them healed, whatever the necessity is, and then move forward.